It's Madden NFL 23, and we'll have a front row seat to watch Hollywood Brown. He's been a quarterback's best friend, nearing 1,300 yards receiving on the year. It's the
Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week, and off we go from uptown Charlotte. From the 6. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And they will be led out by a guy certainly still trying to prove himself here in the league, the young rookie quarterback.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately, 1 touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
Hauled in by Wheaton over the middle. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play, attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. The numbers for him from a week ago. A boatload of carries, 97 yards, and a touchdown.
And they've already clinched a playoff berth, so I'm eager to see how they approach this game because some teams' philosophy is to go ahead and get guys out. Other teams' philosophy, continue to do what you're doing.
Slipped 1 tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. To throw on 3rd down, Anthony. And that will be incomplete. Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw 1 touchdown pass, and he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
Throwing to start the drive. Shirley, and this is caught by Watkins. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Gibson here running out of the gun. Shaq Thompson on the tackle that time. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Shirley, and that is incomplete. Force bear down. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Shirley. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air. And that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
The Carolina offense making their way out. We take a look at the playoff picture in the NFC. And the division title, that's out of reach. We know that. This is as good a spot, Charles, as they're going to get. That first wild card and the number 5 overall seed.
Partner's not out of the question, especially with the 7 seeds that they have now in the playoffs. If you do win and the other wild card teams win in the first round, you could find yourself with a home game in the divisional round. Now, we know that's not likely, but it's not out of the question. Bottom line, you have to win to put yourself in that position.
And a very similar result again. The Jets defense once more stopping him behind the line. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. Here's Tressway now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. And taken right at the 35. A 57-yard punt, 11 on the return. And the Jets will take over. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Well, they obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender. Made him
what do you mean by that?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
On 1st and 10, Shirley. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds. Incomplete. They face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll look to throw again. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Brian Burns flying in there and dropping it for the sack.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Here's Jack Fox now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And, partner, I know so far, we're still in the first half, but you love this game as a defensive guy. 0-0. We'll see if the offense can get going on this drive.
Well, you know how they talk about music to your ears? How about what it does for your eyes when you watch something like this, right? Where these teams are locked in and going at it. No points going up on the scoreboard. I'm loving it. You're exactly right.
Well, switch over, though, to an offensive mindset for a moment. What do they need to do here to get on track and get some points?
I think a couple of ways. Number one, you pull out something maybe they haven't seen before. Coaches always talk about unscouted looks. Maybe you give them something that they haven't seen on tape, and now you shock them that way. The second, run your basic playbook, but run it so well that you give your skill position guys a chance to make big plays individually.
McCaffrey running up the middle. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tressway on to punt the football. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Shirley got a man. It's Brown. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. The numbers for Brown from a week ago, just a really crisp, clean effort, well over 100 yards receiving.
But didn't he feel like he needed a hug when we talked with him this week?
Because he wanted the touchdowns.
He wanted the touchdowns. He was all depressed after that performance. I'm like, what's wrong with you? You were brilliant. He's like, yeah, but I didn't get in the end zone. He must have heard from the fantasy players on that one.
And come to the line, leading only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll run with Gibson. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Shirley. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. A throw over the middle, taken in. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Operating from the gun. Shirley got an open man, finds Gibson. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
No doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Straight ahead, Gibson. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Off play action. Shirley. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Well, this defense for the Panthers, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
It was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Carolina offense about ready to go. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him the first down.
There's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with that. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
Clock running under a minute to go in a scoreless first quarter. They'll look to throw here on first down. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. A handoff left, McCaffrey. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's 4th.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But it proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Here's Tressway now. He's been terrific so far. We're scoreless after one. The Jets with the football here to start the second quarter. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They've been playing the field position game thus far. No score, second quarter as they come up on 1st and 10. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. 2nd and 9 now from the 21. They'll go again with Gibson. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
The Jets on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He'll check that down to Gibson out of the backfield. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Yeah, he was looking for the check-up bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The possession of the football goes over to Carolina. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
To throw on 2nd down, Anthony. Wheaton's got it. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage. So timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
So it's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw. Anthony. And that's caught inside the 30. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big pickup of 38.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Flushed out right to the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. The Panthers come in looking for an 11th win on the year. They've been playing their best football of the year. Winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Let's go, let's get that touch.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
Here we go now on 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Anthony. Dancing to his left. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Panthers post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter. I'm pretty sure that was a passing play, but he took off pretty quickly and ran with it.
Love his decisiveness on it because you're exactly right. He was supposed to go back in the pocket and survey the field and throw the football. But when that hole opened, he just said, forget it, let's go. And boy, did that work out well.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. Taken in at the 3. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. And New York set to take the field. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. They'll start on the ground with Gibson. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. 43 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. So that run there, yeah, I don't know if it's overstating things to call it a thing of beauty, but in terms of football plays, that's as good as you're going to see.
And there was so much that was impressive about this play, but it wasn't just what he did downfield. How about what he did behind the line of scrimmage? This wasn't a play where he just had a direct path to get him downfield and make the big play. He had to adjust on the fly behind the line of scrimmage, and then he
rifles one that's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it, and the Panthers are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
16 yards right off the bat for the first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Back to throw. Anthony steps away to his left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. A give running left, it's McCaffrey. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Looking to throw. Anthony. And incomplete. They tried to drop it off, but he couldn't hold on.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
Here's Tressway now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. Now the Jets offense gets ready to head back on the field. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the play did on the last one.
Off the play fake, Shirley. And he wisely will throw that one away. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
This is taken at about the 14. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense.
Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Back to throw. Anthony over the middle, complete into the hands of Trimble. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Anthony. Brought in by Wheaton. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Off play action. Anthony. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. The Panthers on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. And New York set to take the field.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Second down pass play, but it's incomplete. To throw on 3rd down, Shirley. Open man here is Conklin.
And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Two minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game.
Throwing on 1st down. Shirley into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Frias All-American. And the Panthers are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. He's over 40 yards here in the 2nd quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals.
And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. Well, always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Anthony. And he'll go right back to Moore. Complete again.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
official. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 12-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. Two guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Back to throw again. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
2nd and 4. They could still get a first down without scoring.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
And it'll be caught in the end zone for the Carolina touchdown by DJ Moore.
A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year.
And the Panthers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Extra point attempt to follow here. And it's good to make it 14-0. The drive summary that time, 5 plays.
And it concludes with a touchdown reception by DJ Moore.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
From the 6. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Jets going to take over now late in this first half. They're certainly in need of some kind of points here before the end of the half. A field goal or something being shut out right now. They could really use some momentum before they head into halftime.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He completes it to Wilson. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Shirley. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the landing way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Back to throw. Shirley. And that is incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback.
DJ Moore, the Carolina offense, about to take over once again.
And the previous drive put him up over 1,000 yards for the season. So now it's what you like to refer to, my friend, as gravy time, right?
It is. I mean, he's done it, right? He's accomplished the goal. So I think this is okay. We've done what we set out to do. The great players decide to push that number as high as they possibly can. I don't expect him to have any let-up in his game the rest of the way.
Great thing if you're on the opposite side. He's such a weapon. He just opens things up for the other guys around him.
Yeah, if you're the opposite receiver, you should expect a few passes to come your way, too, because I've got to kick coverage in his direction.
Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Looking to throw. Anthony. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL.
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And the Jets head out on offense here to start this 3rd quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
67 yards rushing for him in this one as he starts to draw nearer to a 1,500-yard campaign.
We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
On first down, right back to Gibson. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49. Second and 9 now. And his throw's going to be incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Back to throw. Shirley. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points, but he could not get that to stick, and that is a golden opportunity wasted there. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. Another run with McCaffrey on second down. And he can muster only a couple here to the 24. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On third down, Anthony. He's hit, he lost the football, put it on the carpet, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Well, you had an offense working with a comfortable 2-score lead here in the third quarter, and certainly doesn't feel as comfortable now following the turnover.
Yeah, you're right about that, because now the nerves start to come into play a little bit. You're a little bit jangled. You don't want to give your opponents any avenues to get back into the game. What you'd rather do, put up signs that say, roads closed.
And New York set to take the field. They've got the ball in a great spot here, already inside the red zone following that fumble recovery. So from inside the 20, here's first and 10 at the 18. Following the fumble recovery, Shirley. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Over the middle, complete. It's Watkins. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. From the gun on third down, Shirley. And that is incomplete. Field goal unit and Joey Sly now. From the right hash, and this one just a chipping. Sly able to put this one through. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So kind of disappointing there. I mean, yes, they get the 3, but with starting field position like that, 3's not what you're banking on.
No, and you just have to wonder if you can afford to let chances like that continue to pass you by. You've got to find ways to get the ball into the end zone and put 6s on the scoreboard.
And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive with a little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. And they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved they'll play quick with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punching the end zone without turning it over. And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they'll become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
On first down, Anthony. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw again, Anthony. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. They've done a good job on these receivers, pretty much held them in check. They're a little too close for comfort.
And you're always looking for a play to get you going, right? You're looking for someone to make one. But maybe this penalty, this pass interference call, that can help shake them loose.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. They'll come to pick up the first. To throw on third down, Anthony. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Now a play fake here on first down. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. That one goes for 24 yards.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half. And that trend is continuing here.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Shotgun handoff to Gibson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points.
Going deep here for Watkins. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck.
And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10.
Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this 3rd quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls and this isn't working and it's shutting them down. Sometimes when you get a lead, you lose your edge. You don't play quite as hard. That's what they're looking for here.
Trying to get that edge back as they've watched this lead shrink a little. This is McCaffrey on the give. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
80 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his O-line and just went.
So there's two ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey.
Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line.
12 more yards there and another first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Looking to throw. Anthony.
And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. Third quarter action here, this regular season finale. This will be 2nd and 10. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A good pickup there, 21 yards. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Back to throw. Anthony. And he's got his man in stride. Complete. Touchdown.
Tommy Trimble
from 8 yards out as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. So that drive 7 plays in length. And the end result, a Panthers touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. New York's offense back out there and set to go. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
On 2nd down, here's Gibson again.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson.
Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Once more, Gibson.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A couple of first downs on the drive already as they'll go from the 47 now on first down.
A give up the middle to Gibson.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's going deep for Brown. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down. but to no avail as time will expire on this third quarter of play. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with this third down play as we played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. On third down, Shirley. And this is going to be incomplete. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. To the sideline, and he's got it. They say the feet are down. Yes, the line judge says they're in. That'll be a first down. They'll look to throw again. Eluding the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Shirley. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions. Have him looking at 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Shirley. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Derek Brown able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up 4th down. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. Like the way I said that, in his defense.
In his defense, I got it.
See what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. And he's going to miss this one. Wide to the left from distance. It's no good, and the deficit will stay at 3 scores. You know that they were thinking second-half comeback here. That's a big miss if they want to have a chance at that comeback.
A very big miss because time is becoming a real factor now, and they're 3 scores down.
And the Panthers coming out now.
Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the 4th quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. Back to throw. Anthony. He's got the connection to Moore. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He's been the go-to guy, and they needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way, it worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they scouted it or did they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Up the gut, McCaffrey.
And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down. Second down and right back to McCaffrey.
Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Anthony. And that's complete to the right side. It's Marshall. And he is going to have a Panthers first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
On 1st and 10, Anthony. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. So they need 6 yards here on 3rd down. They're 2 for 2 on 3rd down tries so far on this drive. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the first down. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they've had that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
So we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC as the Jets come back out on offense. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
Well, you're impressed, don't you?
I am impressed. That means 2 weeks if I'm not mistaken, correct?
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games. Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadrupled. And that's where we are right now to see who can make the last run, the last push to get into the playoffs.
Off the play fake. Shirley. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Meeting the tough yards, they run it with their fullback.
And he'll have a Jets first down as he's able to get this up to the 37-yard line.
Throwing on first down. Shirley.
They'll set up the screen for Gibson.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. To throw on second down. Shirley.
Back to Gibson and another catch for him.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 45-yard line. Looking to throw. Shirley.
That's out to the flat for Gibson. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Looking to throw on second down. Shirley. His throw incomplete. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. Operating from the gun. Shirley.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Shirley. Wide open receiver complete.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This will be caught by Brown. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. Looking to throw. Shirley toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown, Jets. Tyler Conklin from 8 yards out.
And the Jets are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter.
Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that cuts the lead to 24-10. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And it looks like the Panthers' hands team does its job. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
The Carolina offense about ready to go.
And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. McCaffrey running up the middle.
And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down.
And now we're going to get a timeout. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
From the gun on third down, Anthony.
And that is too far out in front of his intended target. Incomplete.
Here we go with McCaffrey. And the surge is going to be too much defensively. He's hit and taken down to the backfield. So the Jets now down on the scoreboard. 1:39 to go. A crushing loss to their playoff chances on the horizon, barring a huge turnaround here, starting with 1st and 10. Defensively, you love that, don't you? I mean, you'll give them that play.
And they'll take it every single time. This is almost like nickeling and diming it downfield, and too much time's going to run off the clock.
Still 9 remaining on 2nd down.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
Gets this to Gibson. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slows momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown.
And he is going to have a Jets first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. This one left side caught by Gibson. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Gibson. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
This is caught, and he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And they've got to feel good about this performance. I think you'd agree. Matched up against a top 5 defensive unit in the league, and they pretty much had their way.
Yeah, that was the interesting part about it, because normally when we see this defense play, they have their... They knock them back on their heels. They take the ball away. They change field position. In this case, what you said is so apt. They had their way with them, took it to them, and knocked them back on their heels and surprised the heck out of them.
So for Carolina, the win will be number 11 for them on the year.